Hey guys, my name is Ethan, this is Carberra. Welcome to the series where I teach you how to build a Discord pop-up for your server. Today we are talking about displaying XP leaderboards. This is the last experience-based video we're going off a kind of a 4-part mini-series. Leaderboard command is actually relatively simple depending on how complicated your implementation is. We're going to be doing a relatively complex implementation. You can get slightly prettier ones. We're actually going to be using calling on the help of list page source again that we use for the help menu. We're going to be using another one of these. So if I just boot the bot up real quick, if you weren't there for the help command video, I'll show you what it looks like. Finding the bot just doesn't die instantly, which it probably will. So we'll be utilizing one of these. We'll change it up a little bit. But we'll be utilising the same sort of thing to actually make a leaderboard command. So with that in mind, we're going to go back into our exp cog, and we're going to come down the bottom here, and we're going to create our function. I'm going to move the microphone a bit out of the way because it's really rather close. So command name equals leaderboard. Whoops. Leaderboard. We can have aliases equals lb. Async def display leaderboard, self ctx, and then we don't really need another attribute. We could probably work one in, but we'll work on that a little bit later. So to actually make this thing, we first need the records of everyone in the server. So what we're going to do is, I guess we'll do records equals it'll be db.records select everything. Well, we don't need the XP lock actually, so we'll do user ID XP level from exp order by XP descending like we did before. And this records is a list of tuples, which actually helps us out already. So we are going to then create our help menu. I'm just going to refresh myself on how to do that. We could probably just literally copy paste this, can't we? And then we can do all the imports and stuff. So we're going to have our menu, which equals menu pages. We're not going to have a delete message after. We're not going to have our timeout. We're going to have our help menu, and we are literally just going to pass the records as an iterable. So this is our entire command. So actually we might need delete after, I don't know, we'll work it out. We'll see if we really do or not. Now we've got to come up here and get the imports, so I'm just going to copy and paste these imports in XP, and then it'll be, what is it, in the menu, so we'll just do it after all the command stuff. So from discord.ext.menus import menu pages in this page source. Remember that in version 1.3.3, which is the version we're using, ext menus is installed separately. Head over to, I believe, I can't remember if we actually talked about the menus in the pip install video, but if we didn't, then the help command video would be there for you as well. And then we're actually going to make our help or menu class, so we can again just copy paste a lot of this because we already talked about what all this does. Actually make stuff per page compliant and have 2 spaces. There we go. So we're going to change a few of the things here. We're going to set per page equal 10 instead. We're going to have set the title to be XP leaderboard. We're going to set description to be, I don't know, do we really need one? Not really. Thumbnail we don't want, probably, unless we want, like, I don't know, I can set it to the guild icon here, I suppose. Set footer, this and then we can do members, and that should in theory just work. We'll see. We'll see if we need to make any drastic changes to any of this, or any minor changes to make things a little bit better. Fields, I don't know if it's gonna, oh, it might add a load of fields. Yeah, we might have to. Okay, so it's probably going to look like arse for the first time. Actually, no, we could, because we do the fields here. So we do, yeah, for entry in entries. So I guess this is the first 10. We've got fields dot append So we've got the name, and so inline is false, so we've got the name and the value here. Okay. I'm just trying to work it. I know what I want to do, I'm just trying to work out how I'm going to do it. So it'd be the name is, I guess, ranks, I don't know, we can come up with a better name in a bit. And then we can have sort of be a join, so that dot join, and then we have an f string here for the actual rank, the member name, I guess xp equals this, and we'll have a pipe for now, level equals this, I suppose. We'll see how that looks. That might look terrible, but so for index entry in enumerate entries, oh actually crap, I just thought we might need to pass the offset through. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how it looks, and then we'll we'll work it out. So it should be entry naught, that will give the ID for now, entry 1, and then entry 2. Okay, so this is going to look kind of crap, but we'll see if we're at least getting, if it at least works, and if it at least displays somewhat okay. Okay, I've put 2 commas there for some reason, I don't know how that happened. We'll see if it displays at least somewhat nominally. Oh, come on. Must be a list of strings. Aliases must be a list of strings. Have we not provided a... Oh, did I not provide the alias properly? I did not. Kudos to me. It needs to be in a list. I don't necessarily know why. I know some things are dynamic, some things just aren't. So LB... Okay, it did error. Append took exactly 1 argument, 2 were given. Yes, that is very true. Where actually is that handled? It's here. So we need to put all this back in a tuple. Realistically, we're already having 1 field, so we perhaps don't need that system. But oh well, whatever. Don't really care that much. It's embed is not defined. Oh, we didn't import embed. That would be a useful one to import. Embed. Yeah, a lot of the times when you just kind of copy paste code, it's kind of making the changes and then making any additions that you need. Okay, so that's not quite gone according to plan. What in the world happened there? Okay, so our thing has gone wrong. So for entry, oh, I see what's going wrong. Yeah, we're doing a fields.append where we don't want to be. So we could, in theory, do fields.append, and then, this is interesting. I'm just trying to work out where this would go. For index entry in entries. We'll see if that works out any better. I think that should be okay, but it probably isn't. It should at least be better than that. We got something wrong. Too many values to unpack, so I'll put that in the wrong place. Okay, so realistically we need this string to be, or at least like our table in a way, to be a string, and then for index entry, I wanted to do it a slightly smarter way, but it's not happening. Entries, we could do, we can realistically do, wait, hang on, if we just take this again real quick, I'm confident we can do this on 1 line. So we have this string.join for index. I think actually the problem was the fact that I didn't do this. This is probably far more readable anyway. And that's got to be like that. And then this has got to change ranks, and then we've got to have a second bracket, and then we can put table, and that should work. It's a wee bit messy, but oh, it doesn't work. Expected indentation block. Oh, so messed something up somewhere. We left that bit of code in where we didn't mean to. LB. There we go. Okay, that actually works okay. So we have, obviously it's not perfect, but we have a system here. So we have the numbers working. The numbers are actually working down here, which is pretty cool. We can go to the end and we can go to the start. But obviously we have this issue with, well, one, the numbers are starting with 0 indexing. That's not quite right. And we have the member ID, which also isn't exactly ideal. So we're gonna go and change it. We're gonna sort out the actual absolute numbering last. But for now, we're gonna do self.bot.guild.getMember entry 1 dot display name. And then we'll just leave it at that for now. You might want to do some name truncation if it gets really bad. We'll leave it at that for now. And then we'll have the level and the XP. We'll just keep that the same. I've actually put that in the wrong place. That is not good. This stuff is actually fine as it is. It's this bit we need that. So if we just put that at the start and that at the end, that'll work. And then we need to do index +1. So now we should get a slightly better looking command out of that. No, something went wrong. Help menu is no attribute bot. Interesting. Do we know? Oh, it's self.ctx. That'll be why, because we pass ctx in and not the actual bot itself. Bot ready LB. There we go. So we actually got a decent thing. So as you can see, only a few people actually have XP at the moment, just because of the way this has worked. But as you can see, it actually works. We've got the names of the people, we've got the XPs and their levels. It's not the prettiest command in the world, but I'm sure you can do something with that in the future. We are going to fix this numbering though. I do want to fix this numbering, so we will try and get that working. As you can see, it works fine, so we can have like all our stuff down here as well. And we can go back to the start, and then we can stop, and then the numbers just will stop responding. I'm pretty sure there's an option. Did we not have a? Okay, I'm pretty sure there's an option to like delete the reactions after. I think there was. I think I even talked about it in the help video, so we'll try and bring that back. I'll research that and bring that back. We're gonna fix the numbers first. So do we have an offset of some kind? We have an offset here. We don't necessarily have an. See, the offset gets set here, but we don't have an offset. We could potentially put this as self. And then, in theory, that'll work. Just self to offset. And then here we have self to offset and then self to offset. And then we can do index +1 plus self to offset. I think that should work. Perhaps. We'll see. We'll see if something as simple as that works, or whether we're going to have to activate big brain mode. Okay, it looks like we're going to have to activate big brain. It says it doesn't have an offset attribute. That's not what I was expecting at all. Oh, I see. So we're going to have to put the offsets. Oh, we can actually, in theory, we can just get really lazy with it. Actually. Kind of. Oh no, actually, we might have to big brain this. Because the format page gets drawn up first, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, because the format page actually calls write page. Oh no, we actually get many. No, we're not going to have to big brain this at all. We can just put this in here and it'll work. There we go. I'm big brain. We can probably, yeah, we could just work out the offset here and then pass that through, I guess. So we don't have to work it out twice. And then just pass offset in. I'm pretty sure that'll just work as is. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll try that. Well, the numbers have gone wrong, but yeah, we've actually big brained that. Okay, so let me just quickly fix. So apparently we don't need the +1 on it. Interestingly enough, but it appears that we actually no longer need to big brain this, or we have already activated our big brain, and so just make sure it works all the way. Yeah, it actually works fine. That's awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah. So that is our leveling system. I'm going to quickly look up how to get rid of the reactions when you hit the stop button. So give me a hot second to do that, because I don't actually remember. Okay, so it appears that it is actually what I thought it was, but I did just want to double check. So we could do, I think, does it go in now? I can't remember if it goes in menu pages. No, it goes in menu, it actually does go in menu pages. So we come down here and provide another keyword argument. It would be clear reactions after equals true. And then we can probably do a timeout equals 60. And then that should automatically clear the reactions but not delete the message in theory. We will test that just so we know it works. Oh, don't tell me I'm having no internet blackout. Oh my god. This is actually tragic. Okay, give me another hot minute to work. Oh no, the bot is actually connected. You might just be running the world's worst ping though. Okay, we are actually now running the world's worst ping. This video has gone downhill. Yeah, as you can see, it still works. Oh my god, this is actually tragic. And if you hit stop, it should get rid of the reactions eventually. It did. Fantastic. So yeah, I'm going to launch this again, and we're going to see we are actually running the world's worst ping. If after about 60 seconds, so about this time next minute, to see if the reactions actually cancel themselves out. So I'll see you then in a bit. Okay, so we're coming up to the important. Oh, there we go. Cool. So that did work. Fantastic. So you now have your leaderboard. You can, of course, set this to clear. I think. Let me go into because let's not close the help tab. I meant to actually go to it. If you want to get rid of the message after it's done, you can do delete message after, or you can do, if you don't, but you want to clear, I'd recommend at least doing clear reactions after. If you're doing delete message after, you don't need clear reactions. It's just a waste of API. But again, you'd need ideally have the timeout set around 60. In this case, I got it at 60 as well. You can set it to like 120 for 2 minutes and stuff like that. But that is how you write or that is how you make an experience leaderboard in Discord.py. As I said at the start of the video, you can probably make a slightly prettier version than this. You can have fields, so you can have it like in 3 columns in the embed. The reason I didn't do that is because it messes with formatting on mobile, but it's something you could do. Or you could just generally try and make something that's a bit prettier than this. But yeah, with that, the video is come to an end. Or has come to an end. If you liked it, then say hello down below. If you have any questions, then feel free to leave down below as well. Or you can join the Discord server using the link in the description. If you really like the video, consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future uploads. If you really like the video, then consider supporting me on Patreon. Of course, you don't have to, but it'd be a really cool thing for you to do. With that in mind, I would like to thank my super patrons: Adam Dreyer, Not Adam Dreyer, Jackstar, and Sashank. And I will see you next time when we talk about setting activities and presences in the bot. So we're going to be doing this stuff, what S4 does do. with the watching S4 help and stuff. We're going to be doing that. So I'll see you for that.